Yo, what is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 gameplay video. In this video, I wanted to share with you guys the exotic weapon that I have found to be the ultimate counter to shotgunners, and I'm absolutely loving it. As someone who prefers to snipe and use precision weapons, a lot of times I struggle with, well, what's the primary weapon I'm going to use to put down shotgunners when they get too close to use my sniper or my bow or whatever it may be. And I found that the Cerberus +1 is perfect for exactly that. Now, typically I like to use things like sidearms to put down shotgunners while I'm sniping. You guys know that I like to use the sniper sidearm combo, but I struggle to find a good kinetic sidearm. Sometimes I just reach into my vault and I pull out the Iron Banner sidearm from, the first year of Destiny. But even so, I find myself just wanting something that's a little bit more consistent and a little bit more potent, and even has a little more range than that thing does. And I found the Cerberus +1 is so good for exactly that. There's a clip in here where I literally am just backpedaling. Well, there's actually a number of them where I'm just backpedaling people with shotguns, and they can't get into that one-hit kill range, and the Cerberus just shreds them. It surprises me. It really does. There's times where I'm holding the trigger down for literally like 2 seconds and they're dead, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this thing's a monster. Then there's other times where it surprises me in terms of the range, where I might have an opponent that's 20-30 feet away from me, and the thing puts them down as quickly as a Luna, and I'm like, whoa, the spread was like really in my favor that time. So it's just a really surprising exotic weapon, and I have to admit, I really dramatically underestimated just how effective it would end up being. And so I've even started to use it with other things instead of snipers. I like using sniper plus Cerberus, like a Twilight Oath, but then I've also started to mix in things like pulse rifles for a long range. You can use Not Forgotten or a Luna's Howl in conjunction with it, and you're just all around, you've got your bases covered, whether they're pretty close or pretty far away. And one of the things I really like about it is, and you'll see it in some of the gameplay here, is there's times where I can just hold down the trigger and empty the magazine and get 3 kills. I mean, I think there's a couple of triple kills just in the gameplay here in this video alone, where guys are bunched up, and I'm doing damage to like all of them simultaneously because of the spread of this thing. It's actually really freaking cool. I've really fallen in love with this weapon, and I've been streaming a lot of PvP lately and using this as my primary go-to weapon. I've really been trying to experiment with ARs lately, and I like the new AR from the Forge. I've got a pretty decent rolled kill clip on that nail. I've also been enjoying the Breakneck. Breakneck's a lot of fun, and I'll probably show some of my thoughts on that weapon as well. But the Cerberus has found its way into my regular rotation. The other things have not really earned that spot in my heart yet, and so I'm really happy to have this thing. Do you have it? What are your thoughts on this thing? You enjoying using it? I mean, I've been using it consistently for the past few days. I get these people in chat who are like, you're changing my mind on this gun just seeing you use it. And I'm really happy to hear that feedback. Really am happy to hear that, because it encourages people to step out of their comfort zones and not necessarily challenge themselves, but just try something different, that might be pretty effective that they just didn't think about before. And I really think that that's where Cerberus is. Sometimes I show you guys guns and I'm like, if you use it correctly, you can do well with it, right? But Cerberus isn't like that. It's just good. You don't have to, try and tailor make some really crazy or obscure playstyle to make it work. It just works. It's good at what it's good at. So if you're using it more like an SMG, it's gonna shred. But then there's also times where at range it can do pretty good. So I would encourage you guys to give it a shot. Let me know what you think about it. I've also had some fun doing just up in your face builds where I use Cerberus and a Mindbender's Ambition, and I'm just aping people. And it's stupid fun. So hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay. I will remind you guys, I've seen a lot of people in not the last video I posted, but the previous video, a lot of people expressing their frustration with the whole Forge system and struggling to find people who know the strats, and it's just a frustrating experience overall for them. I would encourage you guys, just remember, one of the best ways that you can support the channel, I don't do a Patreon or anything like that, but one of the things that me and my leadership team have done is we've created the Frontlines community Discord. The Frontlines is just what we call our true Vanguard community, because the word Vanguard is just another word for the people on the front lines. It's a Viking war term. Destiny didn't invent that word. But anyway, so we've got our Frontlines Discord community, and it's just, to access it, you just have to be a sub on Twitch. So, I mean, you could do that for free with Twitch Prime, or you could do that, $5. So it's entirely up to you if you want to support the channel and you want to have access to our community. That community is constantly raiding, they're constantly playing competitive, they're constantly grouping up with each other to grind out the Forge ignitions as well. So if you're just looking to get involved in a community, that might be a good option for you. So thanks for watching the video, thanks for hanging out, thanks for any support you might show to the channel, be it here or on Twitch. We would love to have you be an integral part of our community. We also have a couple of clans available there, 2 on PS4, 1 on Xbox, and 1 on PC. So there's 4 clans, but the community as a whole is much larger than that. Well over 1,000 people that are a part of the Frontlines community, and in the Discord we've got a lot of people. If you don't know how to link those two things, by the way, it's really simple. All you got to do is open up Discord on desktop, not on mobile. You open up Discord on desktop, you go to the settings cog down by your profile, and you click on settings. It'll bring up a menu. You go to connections, and in connections you just sign into your Twitch right there, and then the two will sync up. And once they have synced up, then you just go back into connections on desktop again, and it could take an hour or 2 or 3 for the Twitch and Discord servers to refresh their information with each other, and then you go back into connections, and you should see my server as one of the ones that you can opt into joining. So hopefully that's helpful for you. Thank you so much, everybody. Love you very much. Be warm and well fed, and I hope to catch you in the Crucible.